university that doesn't start with, of course we think the rankings are all nonsense, but we're in the top 5.
Right, but you guys have been around for like 800 years as well.
Exactly. Exactly. So my point is though that it is not as dumb a question to ask as it feels, even though no one who actually works in the sector thinks it's a good question to ask. And setting a target that is realistic on the rankings is probably important, even if you know perfectly well, as it sounds like they do, that being a driver of the economy is more important than where you sit on some Chinese universities' estimates or even the Times Higher's estimates of rankings. So 30th in 10 years is not going to happen. Not going to happen. And the reason it's not going to happen, in case it's not obvious, is it's not going to happen because you're not going to get the people in time. Basically,
you don't think money can attract people, or the lifestyle of this city, because it's supposed to have a lot of differentiation compared to cities in the region and even globally.
Yeah, no, I don't mean you're not going to get the people because it's unattractive. You're not going to get the people because no one's going to join a department until it's got some reputation, and it's not going to get reputation until people have joined it. So it's like a flywheel that will take time to develop. It just will. You can probably do it. You asked, there was something I read that you'd sent through that you'd asked about. Should we focus on some areas of research? And I have no particular expertise on which ones, but it is much more plausible that you could get a focused university in a particular area of expertise where you could attract 5 or 6 top professors who could then attract some good lecturers, who could attract some good postdocs, who could attract good students. But even that flywheel would take 10 to 20 years probably. Academics like to work with other academics that are well known, and most of them don't like building things, oddly enough. So you can get 1 or 2 people do the building, but most of them are going to sort of hold back until it's got a reputation. It's just the way it works. So to me, rankings and quality of research will just be a slower build, however attractive the location and the finances are. And it's no good if you get people for 3 years who then sort of take the money and run back to Harvard.
Okay, great. So what would be your KPIs for success, considering the general objective for such a university?
So I think ranking is one, but you just need to be realistic about the pace you can grow it. I would have thought the input, if you look at the inputs to the rankings, that what you want is I think, yes, to pick 2 or 3. I would have thought you would pick. I have no experience about a Greenfields university, as I said, so there may be others who can argue against this, but to me, I would have thought you would start in 2 or 3 areas where you really try and be world-class fast, and then obviously what you would do is look. There are subject rankings, as I'm sure you realise, and getting to the top 30 on 1 or 2 subject rankings, I could imagine being doable in that time frame. I've not analysed it, so I would look at sort of Tsinghua in engineering, which is a strength of it. Did it go up faster there than it did overall? Because I could be talking nonsense, but I assume not. I've assumed that you can see the strengths of universities in the subject rankings. Certainly when I've looked at Cambridge, it gives a relatively good we're top on things I know we're really good at, and we're sort of 20th on things where I know we're not very good at. So it does that. Those things do provide a bit of a subject level thing. And then if it's about education and about economy, then some sort of KPI that is to do with the partnerships that you have built with industry would come in. So basically, with quality of the companies that you've got involved with, and scale of the collaboration.